Bitcoin's about to have a golden cross happen. This is a very rare signal and very positive for Bitcoin's price action. And last time this happened, this was in October of 2023, and Bitcoin ended up gaining $45,000 in a very short amount of time. And like I said, this signal's about to repeat. Let's go ahead and dive into the charts and see where is Bitcoin heading from here. But what the heck is a golden cross? So I went ahead and asked the AI, a golden cross in technical analysis is a bullish signal that occurs when a short-term moving average crosses above a long-term moving average. Most commonly, this is the 50-day moving average crossing above the 200-day moving average. But folks, I have a hack. Some call this a lagging indicator. I know a way to cheat the system so we can see the move before it happens. Now, a lot of traders have been posting about the golden cross here. Here we have DB, the DGen, and he's posting about on last time it happened in October, we ended up pumping from 28 to 73 within a few short months. Is history about to repeat? But it's not just the 50 and the 200 on the daily. We also have the 25 and the 35 on the monthly time frame, and you can see what happened every single time we get a bullish cross, aka a golden cross. Bitcoin then has its nice parabola and then gives us a very bullish price action. Right now, we have not yet experienced that positive price action, so the positive price action is about to occur. And here you can see the monthly time frame just kind of spelled out all the way back since 2014. So this is the past decade. And then when we hit this bullish zone, that's when you know the fireworks are about to start. But I said I can hack the system. We know how to beat the system. How the heck are we beating the system? Well, the way I'm beating the system is using the 21 moving average in addition to the 50 and the 200. Now, the 21 is giving us a little bit of a front run on the info here. Now, I said last time we had a golden cross, Bitcoin pumped $45,000. That's this period right here. But how were we able to front run the information? Well, this teal line that you see that isn't quite as clear, this is the 50, and the orange line is how we're fronting the information. Now, the orange line is the 21-day moving average, and this teal is the 50, and then the red is the 200-day moving average. And you can see here the 21-day moving average front runs the 50-day moving average usually by a week or two. So let's just look at the difference in price. If you waited for the 50-day moving average to cross over right here, that was about October 30th. You were kind of late to the party. Bitcoin was already about $35,000. But if you got in early with the 21-day moving average, you can see you're able to front run the pump, and you're getting in a lot cheaper at around $29,000. So you're getting into the 20s versus the mid 30s. And here you can see it front ran it by about a week, giving you that heads up to get into the trade early. Well, if we go back a little bit further, it also front ran the bullish action in January of 23 earlier in that year, and here it front ran it by about 2 weeks. You can see it's about 16, 15 days ahead of time. But let's go ahead and fast forward to today because, we're saying this is going to front run the info. Well, what are the charts telling us here? So, folks, we got to zoom in really because Bitcoin has just gone parabolic the last couple of days. Do think it's going to cool down in a few, but you can see the orange line, aka the 21-day moving average, is taking a sharp turn to the upside, indicating a golden cross is right around the corner. You really got to zoom in, but you can also see a little bit of an uptick on the 50-day as well. But that's fine and dandy. We're about to have a golden cross. What does this mean for price action? You're probably asking at home. Well, folks, to guess what this pump is going to look like, I think we need to look at previous pumps and then maybe come in about half the bullishness. So if we had a 10x in the past, I would expect that to get cut in half to about a 5x today. But what are we looking at as far as the numbers go? So to look at the last pump, you can see there we pumped about $45,000. But I want to know the percentage gain. I don't want to know the dollar amount because as we go higher and higher with Bitcoin's price, the percentage is going to be a lot more important than the amount of dollars that it moves. Now, we're not going to look at the golden cross from October of 2023. We're going to look at the golden cross from the previous cycle, and I think that's going to give us a good indication for this cycle. Like I said, we're going to probably cut it in half. Now, right here, you can see the 21-day, once again, front-running the 50, gave us about a 17-day head start. And if we measure it from right here, right when it started to cross here, around May 6th of 2020, we ended up getting about a 600% pump. That's a nice 7x. And so I would predict about a 300% pump from our current levels if we were to go ahead and cross this within the next 7 days or so. So let's go ahead and measure out a 300% pump on Bitcoin, and I would say this would give us a pretty good indication of where we're heading, and then we're going to check with some other traders and see what kind of prediction they had as well. Now, measured from today's price, and we fast forward about 365 days, I think it's going to take about a year for us to top out. I think we top out September or October 2025. 300% pump is giving us $250,000 Bitcoin, around $260K. Now, the first trader we're looking at today is Crypto Rover. He has 850,000 followers. And then if you look at the range on this box right here, it cuts off at 190, but we can kind of assume that it will go to about 210 right here and maybe about 220. So it looks like potential top for 220K, even though, maybe it didn't quite hit the top. So we'll round down and say Crypto Rover giving us about a $200,000 prediction. All right, the next trader we're looking at is Sensei. He has about 58,000 followers, and I guess we're all his senpai.
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Well, I couldn't help but notice he also has a prediction to the upside here. Now, his predictions, they're actually hitting the top. You can see it wicking up to the top, and these are monthly candles, very important. So he is saying we could potentially wick up to 300K. So we got one prediction, 200K. We got one prediction, 300K. And then we have my prediction around 260K. Now, again, these are all high-end targets, but we got 250, and 300. Definitely seems like $250,000 Bitcoin is on the table this cycle, folks. So those are the Golden Cross prediction, folks. In the past, the Golden Cross has been incredibly bullish, and I don't think this time is going to be any different. And so, folks, I'll see you and your Bitcoin bags at the top. Notice me, senpai. Notice me.